Alright, Speedromizer community, we are getting set up for our next run of LevelHead by Berix, but before we get to that, I do have a sponsored message for you. For Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom is a family and LGBTQIA plus friendly townie Minecraft server that is non-pay to win. With a dedicated community growing every day, Cherry Blossom offers a variety of ways to play, from traditional MCMMO survival to minigames including Uno and Connect 4. A welcoming community with a dedicated staff, come check them out at cherryblossom.apexmc.co. Again, that's cherryblossom.apexmc.co. We are getting set for our next run of LevelHead. Stick around, we'll be right back.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I.
Alright, Speedromizer community, we are speedrunning the last day of Speedromizer. We are all set for our next run of LevelHead by Berix. Berix, take it away.
Oh, okay. Hi everyone, I'm back. This time the run that I'm actually here to do. This is LevelHead. It is a platformer and a platformer maker game, similar to Mario Maker. The save file that I erased an hour ago is located in the platformer builder folder, if that gives you any idea about what the game is about. This is the 90% category. I learned it about a week ago. 3 months ago. And Illegally Sam is here to commentate and also has been helping me with some of these tricks.
Hello, I'm Illegally Sam. I make people learn this game.
Much better at this game than I am. But yeah. I don't think I have anything else I want to say before the run. Other than this is totally going over estimate.
Hey, that's what you think. Next thing you know, you break out a PB.
Yeah, you know. I'd just go straight to Summer Best.
Just gold every split. That's how speedruns work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think then I'm ready to go. So if the timer's ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so this is LevelHead. Like we mentioned earlier, it's a 2D platformer with a focused on level creation and user-generated content, and this is the campaign for that game.
Oh man.
The main things to note about the levels in this game is you don't just have to make it to the end of each level like some other like level-based platformers. The main thing with this game is that you have this little box called the package that you have to take with you to the end of every level. And in addition to being used for like the clear condition for every single level, it is also used for platforming. So you can throw it around, you can jump on it, you can even jump on it in midair, which you will probably be seeing at least a little bit of throughout this run.
Hopefully. That's the hope, that we see it at least a little bit.
Jumping on the package in midair like that is what is called a super jump, and there's a bunch of different variations of varying usefulness and varying ease of being able to do it. but it's one of those tricks where it's easier than you'd think it is, but it's still not easy, if that makes sense. It's like it's a lot more intuitive than you'd think it'd be, but it still takes practice and getting used to be able to get it consistently.
This is where I admit I started learning to do that yesterday. So we're gonna try for it. We're gonna hope to get it. We'll see, we'll see.
Being able to get it with any consistency with, you know, a quick turnaround time is pretty good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can jump off it. I got the jump off once, and then because you can use your grab ability to grab in any of the 4 directions, you can jump off and grab straight down to maintain control of the package, I guess. And that's one thing you have to do in a lot of those circumstances. There's another one there, but I've been able to get it once ever, so I'm not even trying.
Yeah, that's one where once you get the timing down, it's really easy, but the timing is very awkward, so it is difficult to get the hang of. Also, a minor thing that, like, you know, just starting out with the game isn't necessarily something that is, like, necessary to worry about because it's very, like, small optimizations, but, like, as you get, you know, closer to the top of the leaderboard, you'll want to care about a bit more, is at the end of every level, you know, you've got the goal that you're getting to and has those dots above it that, you know, the higher up you are above the goal, you get more points because you know, just like real delivery drivers and delivery people, you know, the higher up you slam down the package from, the better the delivery is. But in a speedrun, it's actually, that is not what you want to do, because the higher up you hit the goal, the longer the animation is for when you finish the level. So the difference between a maximum dunk where you hit it from as high up as possible and a minimum dunk where you hit it at the very bottom is about a full second of animation, which, you know, it's very minor, but it does add up over the course of a run.
So this is why intuition was falling down in the 9-second level.
Yes.
Interesting. We saw armor there, which lets you tank a hit, including spikes. It is the intended way to save time on this level.
Yes,
or you could do it with the box, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, if all of these levels have like a par time that they call the on-time delivery, and that is a level where you are not going to get the on-time delivery if you don't go over those spikes.
Well,
that one is surprisingly tight.
That I am on PC, so I am using a mouse to hit those boxes.
Oh.
There we go.
Hey, there we go. That cuts out a good chunk of the level here.
And because you can grab while jumping, some jumps require you to stand on the box, jump off, and grab it as you're going up.
Yeah, and as you briefly mentioned there, those tiles where you like clear out a bunch of icons and open a bunch of boxes real quick, those are called vendors. Those icons that it unlocks are for your profile, so that you can set it as like your profile icon, or you could also use it as your icons for your levels that you make. And as you go through the campaign, there's a bunch of vendors that are required to interact with and open in order to keep progressing through the campaign. So the fastest way to get through them on something like console is to just mash the A button on your controller. But if you're on PC, you can actually use the keyboard and the mouse to open them from both ends at the same time and get through them slightly faster.
It's the crazy time save. Oh, I did it. I knew I was gonna do this.
No.
So I hold escape to skip the cutscenes, but if I hit escape too soon, I go back to this menu, which tells me how to use the hub.
Yeah, it's about a 10 to 15 second time loss, depending on how fast you are at clearing those text boxes.
Honestly, probably better to get it out of the way early.
Yeah, because now if it does happen again later, you don't have to worry about the text boxes again. And don't worry, pretty much everybody who's ever run this game has done that at some point. I think one of my old PBs has that, and it was like a pretty decent PB, and it still had that time loss in there.
I'm gonna current PB as it. Oh. Jumping moment. As I understand it, you could hold jump, or you could press jump after you land on an enemy for a bit more height.
Yeah, so the way jumping works is if you land on an enemy and hold the jump button, you go a certain amount of height, but if you jump right after, it uses the game's forgiveness mechanics, or coyote frames as we call them. And essentially because it makes you jump off the enemy even after you started rising up off the enemy, it makes you jump slightly higher. It gives you about an extra tile of height.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's a whole lot of mechanics in this game that operate off of those coyote frames, which are different amounts of intended.
I don't think I'm making that cycle. Welcome to my bane in platformers, cycle-based gameplay.
If you think this one's bad.
I hate all of them, actually.
Now, there's one specific level that is the bane of my existence because of cycles, so I do not blame you.
That, so I can go for it again. There we go.
Nice. Also, unfortunately, because this is a speedrun, we do have to skip all of the cutscenes.
But they do have funny one-liners when you skip them, which I wasn't expecting, and is the greatest part of this game.
Yeah, so the cutscenes are all very entertaining, and if you ever pick up this game and play through the campaign, are 100% worth playing through the campaign for alone. But we don't get to watch them here, so you gotta go play this game on your own time, and if you want to actually watch them.
Some vital lore in this game about corporate espionage and reprogramming robots.
And delivering goods real good.
I might watch the No. Everything's fine.
Saved it.
The Flip Whip one, I think. Somewhere it's like, we just told it that GR18 gets to go do fun things, and now it tries to murder us.
Yeah, they give lore for why all of the different enemies are trying to attack you. And most of them is literally just, this robot was programmed for something, so we just bypassed that and made them attack GR18 for some random arbitrary reason.
Or just a package, you know? Definitely. I don't know how to do this room fast. I was able to do it fast, but then I forgot how to do it fast.
You basically have to coyote off of the Vakrat there with sprint in order to get enough height. Which, speaking of sprint, you might have noticed that, you know, after GR18, which is the main character robot here, I don't know if we actually mentioned that yet, but you might have noticed after Berix runs
That's
in
crazy.
one direction for long enough, about 7 tiles or so, GR18 starts to sprint. And so there's no dedicated run button like in Mario, for example. Instead, it's more of like I mean, to compare it to Mario again, it's kind of like a P-speed type thing for Mario 3. But the way sprint works is, you know, obviously in a speedrun, running faster and just going faster is a good thing. But arguably something that's more important is that sprint gives you an extra tile of jump height. And as a result, an extra tile of jump height means you can make a lot of platforming tricks possible that would not be possible without that extra tile. So obviously getting sprint wherever possible makes things go faster, but it's also very important for specific strategies.
That's a funny mechanic. The edges of the screen aren't real.
Yes. They are a suggestion. If there's not literally a block of walls blocking you off from going off screen, you can just do whatever you want in more ways than one. The camera does try to kill you after a little bit on off the sides there if you go too far, but
Yeah, it's a couple tiles, so I don't go fast through that one. So I just sprint to my death. It's not fast. It's not doing real good for our goods. This green guy, I don't remember his name.
It's the tiptoe.
Yeah, never told me that actually. The cutscenes don't tell me this information.
I think the cutscene does tell you, but we skipped it, so I understand why you don't know.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, we did kind of just gloss over this, but this is the first power-up. It is called the tiptoe.
He can wall jump, and he can turn invincible to enemies.
Yes, and he can turn into a bush. As the cutscene calls it, this was from their research into botany, which is obviously, you know, about robots and not plants. Because that's the word botanist.
No, I wanted that. I need that. I also wanted that.
Yes, these little green dudes with cool mustaches are called scrubs.
I just ruined my strat for this level by kicking that.
Yeah, so what Berix is trying to do here is if you kill a scrub, they drop a shell. Kind of like a Koopa from Mario, but what the shells can do is they can actually damage enemies as well as press down switches.
I don't remember the faster way to do this, so we just do it the slower way.
It's all good. So this switch right here, that one's going to disappear because you dropped it in midair.
Did I? This is so sad. This is the saddest day of my life. I guess we'll do it the intended way.
Yeah, so the intended way is to go up here with the spring. There's a box up here that you have to grab, and you have to take it back down to press the switch. But if you are able to take that shell with you, you are able to just press the switch early and skip that entire box section.
And they can take the spring to do other things. Which I should have done, actually, now that I think about it.
Ooh,
this is
an
awkward.
Unfortunate death.
Okay, I'll grab the spring on my way back, I think. Because it skips the timing section, which I'm bad at.
Are you not getting the spring, or are you just getting the checkpoint first?
I get the checkpoint. I should be able to do this.
Yeah, if you had taken the spring with you, or if you had armor still at this point, you could just skip this section entirely, but unfortunately, you had to just go through the little timing section. Not too bad, though.
There are worse timing sections in the game. I'll be worse at the other timing sections in the game later.
Yes, because we are still on the first batch of levels, because the way we usually split up the levels mentally is based on the biome that they're in, because there are 4 biomes in this game: the Tree of Marla, the Kistoon Ruins, the Aqua Dunes, and the Asteroid Tunnels. And that was the last.
I don't believe these lores. I don't believe that lore is in the cutscenes.
Never mind, I'll just send you
That's the kind of lore that you get from going into the editor and looking at what aesthetic options are in there. But yes, that was the last Tree of Marla level, so this is the first level in the Kistoon Ruins. You can tell because it doesn't look like a tree anymore.
Are you sure? I've seen some pretty rocky trees before. Okay.
I might need to be updated on my tree lore because, like you said, that wasn't in the cutscenes.
Yeah, exactly. Golding every split is going quite well. I've got like 3 so far.
Hey. Yeah. And this level has a very cool strat, which I would never expect anybody to go for if they just learned this game. Because it's really difficult.
Is it one where you jump off, like, right here?
It's even more complicated than that. It's one of those kinds of tricks where you literally don't know it's a trick if somebody isn't there to explain it. Because there is a way to get double speed off of those platforms.
Let's go.
But I will not go into detail because you won't be seeing it in this run. If you want to learn more about it, you can watch more runs of this game.
It's a fun game to watch, especially because I have no idea what anyone's doing or how any of it works. Oh, that was clean. See, I'm good at the cycle levels, or the cycle is just don't mess up.
I mean, arguably, that's all of the cycle levels.
But like, that's just don't mess up and hold forward the whole time.
No,
Some
yeah,
of them
that
it's
is
a bit more involved.
that is legitimately one of the easiest levels. It is also very short, which helps.
I didn't want that over there, but okay.
Yeah, this level introduces one of the enemy types of all time.
No, no, no. Everything's fine.
Yeah, these are swoopadoops.
Please come back here.
Yeah,
That
so the way swoopadoops work is they notice you when you go near them and they swoop at you. And
And they do.
yes, they swoop and then they dupe. But yeah, the main thing to remember about swoopadoops is they're actually one of the only enemy types with RNG. And because of that, doing any level with them consistently is a pain,
Oh, that's good.
because they have RNG.
I did spend, as you saw, 30 minutes trying to learn that jump. And then I learned I wasn't good at video games, and I stopped trying to learn that jump.
I mean, I did see you got it at least once.
I got it like 4 times. I don't like the blue bouncy enemies.
Yeah, those
Oh, there's a
are those are flapjacks. They are also my least favorite type of enemy. Because if you think the small ones are bad, wait till you see the big ones.
There's a reason that that one 4-room combat level is my least favorite. Didn't mess up that time, I don't think.
Nice. Yeah, so the special thing to note about throwing objects in this game is when you throw an object straight down, it gives you a little burst of height upwards. And as a consequence of that, you can just kind of cling onto a ceiling with the tiptoe, throw something straight down, and then using that, you can just go around the edge of a corner like that and go straight up. And by doing that, Berix skipped like a whole section of this level, because this is like a Zelda dungeon type level. I fully thought you were about to whiff that at the end there. You barely saved that.
We don't whiff things here.
No, exactly. You barely saved it because you just wanted to add tension.
Tension
It's no-
sells boxes.
Yeah, so it's no fun if you do everything without any like almost mistakes. Like you don't need actual mistakes. You just need to make it look like you made a mistake.
Yeah, like here it's gonna look like I made a mistake, but it's actually RNG manipulation. Not that I'm bad at timing. God.
Oh yeah, no, this is a level where you just kind of, after a while, like you just learn exactly when to go, because there's no other way to get through this level quickly. You just kind of have to learn the cycles. It is a pain. Because as it says...
Sometimes it's first time, sometimes it's like, oh god, I'm gonna be here for 3 minutes.
You're making great.
I mean, the level's title is accurate. Time is hard.
That's a speedrun mantra.
Alright, this level here introduces the second power-up.
It introduces missing throws.
That's the LevelHead mantra. Is missing throws. Because throwing is hard. But yeah, this is the second power-up. This is the zipper, aka cheese incarnate.
I didn't get dash. I want to go get dash to try for it. Okay.
Yeah, the reason why zipper is cheese incarnate is because, as you can see, it lets you zip forward slightly. And as a result, you can go through walls. And
I
so
can't do the
if
top part, but hey.
that is perfectly okay. That is legitimately one of the hardest skips in the run, in my opinion. At least to do consistently. But yeah, the zipper lets you go through walls, and the only thing that can stop it from doing so is either those black lead blocks or 4 of any other kind of tile in a row. And so if a level doesn't properly block that off, and you don't have you know, enough blocks or the right kind of blocks blocking you from zipping somewhere, you can just go wherever you want in a level. And both many user-created levels and even some in the campaign do not properly block things off, as you will see later.
I don't like switches. Why can you hit them twice? Nerf switches, please.
I mean, it wouldn't be a switch if you couldn't hit it twice.
Why did that happen? Why did you go that way? I think I hit him into a wall and he bounced off it.
He popped up slightly in that little alcove there and hit a wall and bounced off of it, which messed up his trajectory. Yeah, those spiky wheel dudes are called Lazumis. They're a spiky wheel dude.
Didn't get that joke
pretty
until now.
self-explanatory.
I would see it in the split name and I'm like, okay, I'm sure it means something. There's a trick here, but I'm very bad at it, so I'm not going to do it.
No, this level used to be arguably the hardest level in the run, and then we found a new trick that made it a lot easier, and now it's just one of the hard levels instead of the hardest.
There's a part of the wall is intangible, and you can jump through it if you have dash speed. But building dash speed is like hard, and there's not.
Yeah, so basically, there is a second platform that is ahead of the one that Berix was just using there in the middle section. And if you get sprint early on, you can just barely make the cycle to land on that platform. It just requires maintaining sprint after getting it early on in a spot you're very much not supposed to.
You can also do a box jump there, but I don't want to throw my box into the void and restart.
Yes. I mean, the harder method is to just chain super jumps with the tiptoe off the ceiling while clinging onto it, instead of using any of the platforms. So you could see why that was a much harder method before.
What is this cycle?
Oh yeah, also by the way, I mentioned earlier that there is a cycle-based level that I hate with a burning passion, and it is this one.
Really? I guess you're going fast, yeah. I just hate the other ones for going slowly at all.
Yeah, it's like if you take your time on this level, it's not too bad, but when you're trying to go fast, you skip checkpoints, and then a cycle doesn't line up properly by like a tiny little bit, and you die, and you have to redo half the level. Because you skip those checkpoints to try and make a faster cycle, and then it backfires, and you lose like 15 seconds.
Nope.
I mean, you could just put the box down.
I've never thought about that, actually. Why?
Yeah, when you go into panic mode, backups just go out the window.
That one Lazumi, always fine, and he walks too close. Like, I'm gonna die. I just die if I go for this.
I mean, speaking of Lazumis.
Speaking of Lazumis.
Yeah. Fun fact, it is actually possible to do this level without letting go of right. It is just incredibly
feels
difficult.
that way, and sometimes it feels like I'm gonna get it, and then I never do.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is it requires actually not pressing right for the first, like, 1/10 of a second, because you need to get sprint as soon as possible in that level.
That's silly. I love it.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun one, though, because the jumps are very precise. But now we got an auto-scroller. It's the first of 2.5 auto-scrollers in the run.
Is the half the ice level?
Yes.
I feel like that's like...
I mean, I guess 3/4 of an auto-scroller is more accurate, but I just call it half because it's not a full auto-scroller. And I think 2.5 sounds...
where I was going with that.
I personally, I think 2.5 auto-scrollers sounds funnier than 2 3/4.
That's fair, that's fair. There's a trick you can do with the zipper that lets you jump after you teleport. And I'm good at it, but I'm not good at the timing of when to do it.
That is fair. It is just another mechanic that comes with the coyote frames.
Oh, it's not that part. It's I just don't remember how high to raise the platform.
That is
so
fair.
I'll raise the platform and then just not make it high enough and die. Zipper is funny though. Definitely the most broken, I think.
Oh yeah, no, all of the power-ups in this game are a lot of fun, but everyone has their different preferences depending on what they like best.
No, I hate this part. There we go. Took me a lot of tries in my casual playthrough.
Yeah, the bomb timing, like once you get used to it, it's very easy to get it consistently. You just have to know the timing is the thing, and if you don't know the timing, it is obviously not easy to get used to it.
That was cool.
You could throw the bomb down on the Lazumi to get the blast instantly.
That makes sense. I realized that there wasn't an enemy door in this level today. I was just killing them. I was like, I gotta kill all the enemies. Big boss enemies, I gotta defeat them.
Yeah, optimally you just use a bomb to blast past them all at Mach speed, but it's easier said than done.
I didn't get sprint, that's what's going on.
Yeah, that jump for the second Crumbler there is deceptively tight. But it is also much more lenient than you'd think, because fun fact, the spike hitboxes in this game were actually adjusted after the game went into early access. And so any levels made with the old spike hitboxes still have the old hitbox, which were significantly more lenient, and that includes a lot of campaign levels. So the spike hitboxes in most of the campaign levels are actually more lenient than in user levels if you were to make one today.
Interesting.
There are several levels where certain skips are only possible thanks to that. Yeah, this is the other cycle-based level that is the bane of my existence.
I don't have armor, can't clip through that guy. Even if I did have armor, I don't know how to clip through him.
Yeah, if you just jump, you'll just go through him while he's like all the way up. But you would have to have armor, obviously.
You can go through him back to your checkpoint. I hate hitboxes in this game, actually. Some of them hurt me inside.
Some of them hurt you in game.
Definitely they hurt me in game. I want armor, hold on.
That is fair.
This feels weird. What's going on? Well, that's me messing up the cycle. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, in any percent runs, this level sucks because if you get slightly off on the cycles, you just kind of have to either die or wing it. And this level sucks in 100% because you have to somehow manage to get all of those gems and the bug piece in that little corridor there in one go, and it is just barely possible. And it sucks, and if you miss it, you lose like 15 seconds. So this level is bad in every category.
And then you just wing the last part, and sometimes it works. That's my experience here. Okay. One more level in this biome.
You know, I didn't care if you
Yes,
saw that.
the final level in Kisstoon Ruins, it is...
Oh, it's the worst one. I hate this level.
Oh yeah, no, this level, once you put in way too much practice, this level's actually pretty fun. It just requires way too much practice to get to that point. Because this is
dying to birds.
This is one of the hardest levels in the entire campaign to optimize, if not the hardest level to optimize.
Nope. I could have gone the other way.
Because this is a brawler level where you do have to kill all of the enemies. You are required to do so.
So is it that you can land on them when they're not spinning?
Yes.
I don't like where I am right now. And then bombs will send you into enemies that are just there.
Yeah, this is why you basically have to put in hours of practice to get this level at any point of consistency or speed. Because there's just so many enemies, and as soon as anything goes wrong with your routing, all the enemies are in different spots, and you have to just completely redo your routing on the fly. But thankfully there is that checkpoint in the middle, so you can just use that for safety.
That didn't do what I wanted it to do. That did, though.
Yes, the shells can hurt you, unfortunately.
It's still there. I'm gonna come back to you in a second.
Yeah, so the way this level gets around Zipper Cheese is by having 4 doors at the end that require you to kill all of the enemies in order to open them. So it basically says you have to defeat all the enemies, but you don't need the key. You can zip through the key door, thankfully.
I picked up the wrong thing. Hold on.
Yeah, you picked that bomb is notorious for getting in the way of grabbing the package if it's in that specific tile.
There we go.
Yeah, that level does give you a choice between Zipper or Tiptoe, but obviously Zipper lets you skip the key. Also, I saw you trying to do a map warp.
I
don't know
forgot
if you,
to do it.
No, it's fine. I don't know if you know the specifics behind it, but I can go into detail. Also, this is the half auto-scroller I mentioned earlier. You'll know why about halfway through the level, that I call it half an auto-scroller. But yeah, the reason why Berix opened the settings menu there was to do a map warp. So what that is, you know, you've got the little ship. You know, it's traveling between all the levels, which are those little planets. But it has that travel time in between the levels. So if you open the settings menu and close it, it'll instantly put your ship on the next tile, and you can instantly go into the next level. And so for any spots in the campaign map where the travel time between 2 levels is more than about a second or so, it is faster to open the settings menu and close it than it is to wait out the full animation. And it is used 3 times throughout the run, because there's only 3 spots where the travel time is long enough for it to matter. But yeah, all in all, it saves maybe 4 seconds across the whole run. It is not very substantial, but it's one of those things where you literally just pause the game and unpause it, so it's very easy time save even if it's not substantial.
Yeah, instead you should play on keyboard and mouse, and then you can very slightly faster open vendors. It's just that easy. I don't know where they are. There we go.
Yeah, fun fact, this is the only level in the entire campaign where you're required to collect all the gems.
Necessary speed. It hurts my wrist doing that sometimes.
Yeah, do not give yourself injuries from speedrunning.
I'm not playing Zipper.
Yeah, this level's a little fun, gimmicky type level. I like it personally, but I can understand why you wouldn't be the biggest fan.
I'm gonna do that and see if it works.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so good at video games. And I didn't
yeah,
immediately die?
Yeah, so the gimmick of this level is like you're supposed to break into the vault, steal the package, and make it back out by using the item dropped by that blue teleporting guy, who is called a Popjaw. It drops a Popjaw medallion, which is an item that you can throw, and then it'll teleport you to where that where the medallion is after a few seconds. And so you can use that to, instead of climbing back up manually, you can just use that to instantly teleport all the way back up to the top, and it will save a little bit of time. But yes, this is the level.
Any of the spots. There we go.
Hey, as long as they end up on the switches, that's what matters. But this is the next power-up. This is the Waylay. It punches.
It punches up. For
Yes, so
reasons unknown to me.
yeah, to be a little more specific, when you're on the ground, it punches horizontally, and when you're in midair, it punches upwards at an angle. And
That's a
it can
scam.
damage enemies. So if you were to use the waylay and or the package, you would actually be able to get on top of this arena and skip killing all those swoopadoops, but obviously easier said than done. So
I didn't want to learn how to do it on this power-up.
there is a method to do it that doesn't even require using the package, but I can understand.
If there is, that's due to my lack of research. Insofar as my research was watching the world record and then going to the tech document and being like, these are funny names.
Yes. And most of the funny names for stuff relating to this game, you know, half of it's because of the community, half it's because the stuff in-game has funny names. Because stuff in this game, none of it is named like, you know, how we would expect, because we don't have fire bars in this game. We have Bernie whirlers. We don't have fans. We have sky wigglers. We don't have moving platforms. We have fly blocks. We don't have conveyor belts. We have toe sliders. And these are all the actual names of the items in game. Like, these aren't just fan-made or made up. Because if you couldn't tell from us talking about the cutscenes or the lines of dialogue from when the cutscenes get skipped, this game has a great sense of humor. That just seeps into everything the game has.
I wish I could pause the cutscenes to look at the graphics that they have.
Yes. Yeah, fun fact, the person who did the narration for this game is also the artist for this game and also the person who built on the campaign levels. It is Sam from Butterscotch Shenanigans. The fact that I have the same name of him as him is a coincidence.
Are you sure?
Last
oh my God,
I
I
checked.
actually got that.
Nice.
I love hitting the punch button and then not having the last one spawn.
Yeah, it's because out of the first 4, you killed the last one like once all the other second round ones had spawned. Also, my least favorite item in the game, bumpers.
I don't find them that bad in this game.
It's because you haven't played enough yet. Obviously, you'll learn to hate them the more you have to interact with them. It's mostly just when you're trying to go fast, getting specific angles, especially on the 1x1 bumpers, is just a pain. But if you're not going like as fast as physically possible, they're not nearly as bad.
They're not as bad for like in having fun playing the game as like the bumpers in Celeste are, in my opinion.
That's fair. That is very fair.
I hate this level with a burning passion. I shouldn't have done that. I just don't even go for the damage boost anyways.
Now this level, I like this level a lot, but it's specifically just because of the ending more than anything else. And you have to get through this little combat arena in order to get to that ending.
Yep, I wanted to go slow. You got me, game.
Yeah, you might have noticed at an earlier level, but those that little purple juice container is called slurp juice, and it is the bane of a speedrunner's existence because it makes you go slow.
Yeah, I just do this way now.
But remember how I mentioned how Zipper breaks apart levels? Yeah, this level was called Battery Gauntlet because you're supposed to go around collecting a bunch of batteries, so we beat it by not collecting any batteries.
Yeah, let's open a door and then, wow, you added a wall? Thanks. Shouldn't have. This level is long and I'm bad at it.
Don't worry, everybody is bad at it.
I probably should have grabbed that, but there's another one up here. I do need that.
There's a reason why whenever I do a run of this game, I call this the bane of all speedrunners for this game. Because if you're like a higher level runner, it's a very long level, and a single mistake, loses you a ton of time. And if you're not as familiar with this game, it's just a pain to get through this level in general. So no matter who you are.
There. Hold on. I saw a thing that I left behind, I want to say. Yeah.
Yeah, you basically have to go up to the top, collect all the batteries, bring them all back down to the bottom, grab the package, and then make your way all the way back up to the top again. So needless to say, it is an easy level to lose a lot of time on, because if you fall down without all the batteries, you just gotta climb back up an extra time. And if you fall down while trying to get back up with the package, again, you just gotta climb back up again. Thankfully, the risk of death is not too high, it's just very easy to lose time.
Yeah, there's a lot of save points. Checkpoints.
And if you wanted to do this ending extra fancy, you could easily do it with sprint. Well, not easily, but you can do it with sprint. Or even throw in some super jumps, but...
I can do a lot of this level with sprint, from what I've seen.
Yes.
I'll try it once. I'll fail, because I can't even hit the power-up box, so I'll try it. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a skip that I know you were trying to learn for this level that lets you skip pretty much the entire level. It is... I don't think it's that hard of a skip, but if you don't know how to do it, you're obviously not going to be able to do it consistently. And it just requires practice in order to get down consistently. But, like I said, it skips almost the entire level. It saves over 30 seconds. So it is obviously a very, very important skip in the speedrun. But at least this way you get to see the whole level, because I also just think the rest of the level is fun.
Yeah, it's fun except this part, which I don't like. I don't like that part.
Well, that's the cycle part. It's like I'm on the one hand, I really love the skip. On the other hand, I'm glad you actually have to play the level in 100%. So there is a category you have to play the full level in.
That part scares me. Too slow. Apparently bad at video games. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, if you ever tried to climb all the way back up to the top using these bumpers, you will learn to see why I hate them so much. Yeah, part of the reason why skipping the entire level saves so much time on this level is because of those power-up animations. So every time you grab a power-up in this game, it plays that animation where it freezes everything and gives you the power-up, and it takes about a second. And by skipping almost the entire level, you skip multiple power-up animations, which saves you even more time than just the actual in-game time of skipping all of the obstacles.
I accidentally undid one of my golds because I forgot what my skip split key was. It's going well.
Oh no. You just have to get some more to make up for it.
I know. That's the only cycle I know on this level.
Fair enough. So yeah, these are flingos. Just like pretty much every other object in this game, it is a very momentum-heavy object/obstacle. So the way flingos work is you grab towards them and it launches you in that direction. And the further away you grab them, the further/faster they launch you. And so if you grab one from as far as possible from like down below, it'll launch you super high up. If you grab one from like the left as far away as possible, it'll launch you to the right super fast. And if you grab one while you're on the ground, it will instantly give you sprint.
I'm gonna try the funny thing.
That was really close.
I don't like doing this level normally at all, so...
Yeah, so this level is an entirely Flingo-based level where there is a switch in each of the 4 corners of the level, but the spikes in between each section don't cover the full section. So for the right side here, you can just kind of go around the spikes and hop down to where the bottom switch is from the top section here, and just skip the bottom section.
Yeah, just skip it. You know, I may give up on just skipping it, actually. I was more consistent in practice, but let's go left. That part's fun.
Also, somebody in chat is asking if we run this keyboard, mouse, or controller. I run this game on console, so I run it controller. There are some people who play this game on PC with controller as well, but I know, Berix, you are using keyboard and mouse here today. So it is mostly just
time save.
Yes, it is mostly just down to preference at the end of the day. If you feel more confident playing the game with controller, use controller. If you feel more confident playing keyboard and mouse, use keyboard mouse.
Okay, oh well, what's up? Welcome to the right here.
Ironically, he's on the wrong side, not the right side.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed.
This level can really kick your butt sometimes when stuff doesn't want to cooperate.
Well, that too, but I was talking about the joke.
Oh yeah, that's fair. See, I just assume all of my jokes are like 10 out of 10, so I just didn't even register when you were saying it was a bad joke.
No, it's a good mentality to have.
Skipping training seminars.
Keeps you happy.
Yeah, it's just like I laugh at all my jokes so that there's always at least one person laughing at them.
I love that, because I haven't failed it, but it feels like it's always going to fail. It's the Flingo classic of mashing the button. That is a big one, so time to refrain, I think.
Yes. Alright, these are the elusive flip whips. They stick out their tongue and try to lick you to death.
Oh, does this mean I skipped the cutscene that I wasn't going to skip?
The cutscene, I think, is after this level,
Okay, good.
if I remember correctly. I also could be remembering it incorrectly because I skipped the cutscenes anyway, so I don't quite remember where they all are. No, I think that... No, never mind. I think the cutscene was actually before this. I mean, if you want to go back and watch it, I can't physically stop you.
I know, right? It's the best cutscene in the game. I don't know the timing for when to go.
That's fine.
How do you do the thing where the punchy goes really fast?
So that is a combination of sprint and punching. But first we'll watch this cutscene.
The original design was optimized for breaking down packaging for recycling. Surprisingly, our engineers didn't need to reprogram the flip whip for the LevelHead division. They simply let the flip whip know that GR18 would be traveling the stars, seeing the sights of the universe, while the flip whip was designed to only ever see the waste fields of the Bureau. A natural animosity emerged that our engineers couldn't have programmed better.
I love that one.
That is a good one. But yeah, the Waylay interacts with Sprint, where if you do a grounded dash while you have Sprint, it just gives you all of the speed. And so if you dash while you have Sprint, it just sends you flying. And then if you also time that so that you go off a platform while you do it, you maintain that speed the entire time you're in midair.
13589, surely. Nice.
Nice.
Ah, the time loss from the cutscene. Who could have seen this coming?
Actually, that was one of the shorter cutscenes, though, so... Also, I don't know how other people think about it, but I've never personally thought about that code in the number positions. I just kind of look at I use the symbols / just throw the boxes where I'm supposed to throw them.
See, I just forget which thing is which in this level.
Oh yeah, no, this
Big.
level sucks if you don't get a cycle down to where you get it on your first try.
The other's small, actually. My bad. My bad game.
Yeah, it's like if you don't get this where you get everything in the first time you hit them, it is completely garbage.
Conveyor belts are really just there to mess with you. Like how
they're
you
just
thought you were doing it, but no,
they add
you
insult to
weren't.
injury.
Oh my god, we did it. Not bad.
But you got through it, thankfully. And
Faster than casual.
now we get through one enemy gimmick level with another enemy gimmick level.
Speaking of sprint, I didn't know you could do that until I watched a speedrun.
But yeah, that last level where, you know, we had to get the enemies to fall into those boxes. This one, the gimmick is, don't kill anything. We'll give you literally everything in the world that could possibly potentially kill an enemy, but don't kill anything. But yeah, it gives you the Electro Shield power-up, and the way the Electro Shield works is if you touch an enemy, it instantly kills them. And also at the end here, when you jump on a Scrub or a Ocula, they get smaller until the last hit, which is where you kill them, so you have to make that guy at the end there smaller to get him to walk through that tunnel.
I think he walks faster when he's bigger, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
So you want to try and time it so that you make him smaller at the last possible moment.
I messed that up in my PB earlier today, so I'm like, I don't want to do it again.
Right, but this level introduces the next power-up. This is the Ripcord. It lets you fly. So yeah, basically, if you press the jump button in midair, it will let you boost up with the jetpack, and if you hold the power-up button while you're in midair, it lets you glide down slowly. The jetpack has a limited amount of fuel, but the glide you can use infinitely.
I didn't get boost, hold on.
And as you would expect from any game with a jetpack power-up, you know, it is very useful for platforming. Yo, you did the pixel jump. Nice.
How tight is that? It doesn't
Not
feel...
very.
Yeah, okay.
So what a pixel jump is, for anybody unaware, is hazards in this game don't take up a full tile. And so you can land just barely next to them. It's actually like a few pixels, it's not literally 1 pixel. But basically you can, if you like get right up next to the hazard, you can land on the tile that they're on top of. And by doing it there, it let him refuel his jetpack without having to go through that entire section. But the reason why that one is easy is because that one right there is an assisted pixel jump, which means you're doing it by going up against a wall. And so there's unassisted pixel jumps, which are essentially you just have to YOLO it. You don't have any wall to guide you. And so like the assisted pixel jumps are easy because you can just like nudge slightly to the side once you're use the wall to align yourself. Unassisted, you just, like I said, you just kind of YOLO it.
I don't like the swoop there. Please leave me alone. There we go. I haven't failed that one yet, so, you know, until I fail it, easy every time. But when I do fail that pixel jump, it's gonna be sad. Best level?
It is a good level. Like, unironically, it is a fun one. But it's
Worst
also
level?
very short and very easy.
Okay, like second worst level? Let's be fair.
Oh yeah, no,
here.
this level is an absolute pain. Because if you don't know the cycles, it's a pain, and if you mess up the cycles, it's even more of a pain.
I love just YOLOing it and praying.
Hey, it worked out, so can't complain.
Easy gold by 1 second. Never fails. I really thought that there'd be a trick in this level to go through the bottom left or the bottom right.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
problem is that it locks the camera,
Yeah.
and also the fact that the package is up where those blocks are that you have to destroy. So it's not as simple as just you know, get through that little hole in the wall. But again, like any level where you actually have to kill the enemies is very, very difficult to optimize and very interesting as a result. Whether or not it's fun to do so, your mileage may vary. But it is, at the very least, interesting.
It looks really cool if you're good at it.
Yeah, because doing that level optimally requires like precisely throwing a bunch of bombs to hit enemies in specific positions and stuff, and blah blah blah. You know, it's got a lot going on. I'm not going to go any more in detail than that.
Oh, it's the third worst level in the game. That's crazy.
Every level is the worst level in the game if you want it to be.
This is true.
This is actually a fun level when she knows. Definitely a pain sometimes when things don't line up.
That's a sprint jump. I like that one. And there's also one in the end of this level. It's like, oh, that's just a thing you can do.
Yeah, and then here's like a pretty like normal level in the sea of other levels in the finale here.
Easy.
Like this level doesn't have like anything too complicated going on. It just has these temp switches, which are just switches on a timer.
Can't call them timers. That wouldn't be fun.
Yeah. Well, there's temp switches and there's weight switches. Because there's two types of timers.
Might be dead here.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
See?
Easy. There's a bomb that shoots you up, but like it gives you sprint distance easily. So the bomb is there for people who show up. That's new. And then stop to see what the switch does. Oh.
Yeah, this is another one of my least favorite levels. This one's a pain.
No. Come back. Thank you.
So the gimmick here is you have to, you know, take these cannons that follow your position and get them to fire these exploding missiles at certain locations to do things for you, whether it's kill enemies or move the package around or like destroy blocks and stuff like that. The problem is when the enemies don't want to cooperate, like in this room here, and you just kind of have to flounder around until one of them dies.
Like, yeah, just sit in the corner where I physically can't hit you. Very cool. That one. That one. This one. No, I need that, actually. Thank you. I need that, actually.
I don't know, the game seems to disagree.
Please give it back. Fun ending, though. Love the ending.
No, it's the classic posting your opinion online reaction image. This level is a very long one and is very difficult to do quickly, but this is also one of my favorite levels to speedrun.
That was in my least favorite levels until I got to the part in the world record where I'm like, oh, you can just hover down slowly and everything works out.
Yeah, this level has like, there's no like one section that's like super like interesting or like has a whole lot going on. It's just like a whole bunch of like smaller sections into like one long level, which is why I find it fun, because it's like there's no like one trick that you have to learn. It's just like a bunch of smaller sections that you have to learn and optimize. And it is also the second longest level in the run.
Really?
Because the only level longer than this is the last level.
I bet I have levels longer than this. I don't know how to do that trick.
Oh yeah, no, I don't even go for it because I can't do it consistently enough to want to go for it in runs.
It's funny though. So.
Oh yeah, no, it is fun and it is funny. But yeah, this also is a level that is a contender for the best name in the campaign. With Grand Theft Grotto.
Slow-mo to see my death coming at me.
Yeah, this guy is one of the reasons why I hate Popjaws. Or not Flapjacks. Popjaws are fine, actually. I'm chill with Popjaws most of the time.
Everything's
But
fine.
Flapjacks are very annoying.
Is it?
It is the other.
That's awkward.
Ocula.
Well,
It's
we'll
all
get there
good.
eventually. And the important thing is that I didn't die.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't want to say anything, but I was half expecting you to accidentally get hit by the shell. Yeah, the end of this level is one of those levels where you skip a power-up because it is faster to not take the animation.
I totally meant to do that.
Employee skipping
Earlier
training
today I was like, I could skip that power up.
Get it.
And then I did that on accident. I was like, oh my god, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm such a speedrunner.
Yeah, because this game, the ILs for this game are done using the in-game timer, but obviously full game speedruns use RTA. And that's why, you know, the full any % run uses a lot of methods that cut down on RTA, but would have no effect on in-game time, like hitting the goal as low as possible and skipping power-up animations and stuff like that.
That's real, except in the other game I play, the method is looking at a black part of the map so that nothing is loaded.
Because that sounds like some classic lag reduction type stuff.
See, it's lag reduction, and then I was like, I'm tired of this being the rule. So I wanted to get world record, but like, as bad as it possibly could be. So I played in windowed with no textures. I forgot I had to do things here.
It's easy to forget you have to play the game during a speedrun.
I
Makes
know.
sense.
I still golded the level though, so just
Also,
better.
we didn't mention it, but this is the rebound. This is the last power-up that we'll be seeing in the run.
It's the worst one.
It shoots projectiles out, and when it shoots a projectile, it launches you in the opposite direction. And the projectiles damage enemies and can also be used as a platform of sorts, because you can bounce off of them as well. It is definitely a power-up that takes the most getting used to, because it is a little awkward to, you know, shoot in one direction and get launched in the opposite direction, but it is pretty fun once you do get the hang of it.
I like every part of it except bouncing off your own projectiles,
That is fair.
which is why I love that here you just jump off a box and you don't have to do that. Because no matter how many times it takes me to get the jump, it's still faster than how long it would take me to, there we go, got sprint. Hit the wall. Still faster than it would take me to bounce off a projectile in that room. Hey, there we go.
So somebody in chat was asking what's your main game, probably referring to what you were talking about.
Lately it's been Age of Mythology. RTS game from 2000 and whatever, like 4.
Everything from the era is just 2000 whatever.
Yeah.
It all blurs together.
Before that it's Aria Sorrow. I hop around a lot.
And this is the
Right,
last
so-
of the 2.5 auto-scrollers.
This is
It is
the
also
1.5 to 2.5.
Yes, because we had the half earlier. Yeah, this is the shortest and arguably hardest auto-scroller.
Really?
Yes. It's
I
not
love
difficult to
level.
do fast, but it is a little tricky to get the hang of, and in 100% it is
Oh,
incredibly difficult.
That is an auto-scroller moment. Okay, hold it. I'll do the thing. Oh no, where'd it go? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get. Oh no, that's crazy. Why'd they put
What?
that there?
What is this? A troll level in the campaign? Who would do
Oh
that?
man, that's crazy. Why would they put that there? And then I use coyote frames to get over it. I'm not gonna trigger anymore.
Yes, they indeed. The second to last level in the campaign is a troll level.
It's
This is
kind
a
of
maker
iconic.
game. not
Oh
a
no.
true.
Oh no.
It's not a true maker game without troll levels.
I tried this jump for a while, but I didn't know how to make it work, so I gave up.
Yeah, it has some nuance to it where if you don't know the timing, it won't work the way you want it to.
Oh no. I would never purposefully slow down a run in a marathon. That'd be crazy. Okay. Last level.
This is indeed the last level.
What an adventure.
And in
Man, what a
true-
short level.
In true last level fashion, it is a long gauntlet that will feature everything you've seen throughout the run so far. Whether or not we do all of that as intended is up for debate.
I'll try. I won't get it. I'll try it again. I hit the button on accident. Please leave me alone, boxes. I'm actually just bad at video games, so I don't know how to dodge.
Yeah, unfortunately, dodging was not in one of the cutscenes.
You know, for once I do want the slow-mo.
Yeah, no, this is one of the few rooms where it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, absolutely take the slurb. Because it is actually like a legitimately difficult room to do quickly. Nice.
Okay. So now I can mess this up for several minutes straight.
Yeah, so basically there is an entire section. Nice. There's an entire section for each power-up in this level. But by doing that super jump to go straight to the ripcord, we skip the entire tiptoe section.
Which is the worst one, dare I say.
It is definitely the section of the level.
I think it's like the most slowest because you have to wait for the thing to come off cooldown.
Oh yeah, no. I could definitely understand why you're not the biggest fan of it. I like it personally, but that's partially just because I like tiptoe.
I like the section, it's just like, of all the sections to skip, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because like the ripcords, that's the whole ripcord thing. The waylay is just a little brawler room. The rebound's actually got it like a whole fleshed out thing.
No, I forgot.
Now you just have to sit here and think about what you did while the game tries to fix it.
If I'm white because of this? Well, if I, do that, yeah, alright. Problem solved.
You did that obviously so you could show them how you're supposed to do it this time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what happens when you don't do it like you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, this is all examples of what you're not supposed to do.
I do like the two there, because you can hit them both at the same time. I did it again, but I'm fine with that. Okay, we'll take that. Oh, let's go. What governs these flames disappearing?
It's just a global timer. So it's basically when you get to that section, in comparison to the rest of the level, determines when they'll turn off when you get there.
I thought I was gonna fail the jump, so I just reset it.
So it's like optimally you usually damage boost through those flames because that's just when you are in the cycle when you get there, but obviously depending on when you get there, sometimes you just get through them without any issues.
Now we go zoop. Time is when I complete the level. Which seems obvious now that I say it, actually. That's crazy.
So we'll be very, very soon, because this is the last section of the entire level.
Unless I mess it up by not grabbing the box and running out of fly fuel, like I did one time. Time.
There you go.
90 seconds. Off the estimate. I'll take that. I expected much worse.
Just say it's because of all the stuff you
Yeah,
did
we
for the
watched
show.
90 seconds of cutscenes. I just wanted to show off how funny this game is. Because you don't get a lot of the experience if you watch a speedrun. You're like, why are they going in that tunnel? Why are they doing that? But if it's like, oh, you jump there, there's some Kaizo blocks. Of course, there's Kaizo blocks.
Yeah,
It's a
it
fun
was
game.
a solid run.
Thank you, DJ.
Yeah,
You survived. That's what's important.
that is the important part. Real quick, we did get a $50 donation during your run. I didn't want to interrupt because y'all were on a roll there. We got a $50 donation from Croa. No comment, but thank you for that. We are $195 Canadian away from our $1,500 goal.
Heck yeah.
We
Let's
can
get that.
definitely hit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with Shaq Fu coming up.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
time to shack.
So don't go anywhere. You'll be getting more of me very shortly.
Stick around. We'll be right back with our next run.
Yep. And GG's.